Welcome everyone. In this video lecture, we'll discuss about the breakdown of semiconductor diode. As we discussed in the previous video lecture, if you increase the reverse voltage, the reverse saturation current first increases sharply, then becomes almost constant up to a point. As you see in this case, that point of reverse voltage is known as breakdown voltage of the diode. If you increase the voltage beyond that, if you increase the reverse voltage beyond that breakdown voltage, the current increases the reverse current increases very sharply. That means the diode enters into the breakdown region, the junction may damage permanently. Why this current increases very sharply? If you increase the voltage beyond that breakdown voltage, this can be understood by two mechanisms. What are these two mechanisms? One is Zener breakdown and another one is avalanche breakdowns. Coming to the Zener breakdowns. Zener breakdowns occurs in heavily doped p-n junction diode. That means the p-type and n-type semiconductors are heavily doped in comparison to the normal p-n junction diode. Due to this heavy doping, the depletion region becomes narrow in comparison to normal p-n junction diode. When we increase the reverse voltage, there will be a strong electric field is set up in this narrow depletion region. If you continue to increase the reverse voltage, the electric field becoming strong and strong in this narrow depletion regions. When the applied reverse bias reaches close to that of Zener voltage or breakdown voltage, the electric field is so strong enough that it will pull the valence electron from the ions. That means the valence electrons will gain sufficient energy from the strong electric field of the depletion region, and it will break the bonding with that will break the covalent bond with the parent. As you see, due to this, this is the atom, this is the atom, and due to the strong electric field, the covalent bond breaks and the electrons becomes free electrons. uh, these free electrons will carry current from one place to another place. So at the Zener breakdown region, a small increase in the reverse voltage will result in the production of the large amount of free electrons. So what happens due to this production of the large amount of the free electrons? The current in this case increases very sharply. So what happens? So as what we discussed in case of Zener breakdowns occurs in the heavily doped p-n junction diode. Due to this heavily doping, the diode has narrow depletion region. And if you increase the reverse bias voltage, the very strong electric field is set off in this narrow depletion region, and this when the reverse voltage is close to that of breakdown voltage, this will this the electric field is so strong enough that it will pull the valence electrons from the atom. That means the valence electron will gain sufficient energy from that of strong electric field, that it will break the covalent bond from the parent atoms and become free electrons. As a result, due to this strong electric field, large amount of free electrons are generated. Due to this generation of huge amount of free electrons, the current through the diode increases very sharply. That means the reverse current increases very sharply. This type of due to this sharp increase in the current, the junction may break the junction may damaged, or the diode enters into the breakdown regions. This type of breakdown is known as Zener breakdown. Now come to the avalanche breakdowns. Now come to the avalanche breakdowns. Avalanche breakdowns occurs in the lightly doped PN junction diode. That means the PN junction diodes are lightly doped in comparison to normal PN junction diode. As a result, the depletion region becomes wider in comparison to that of normal diode. As you see in this case, the depletion region becomes wider in comparison to normal PN junction diode. In this case, the electric field is not so strong enough that it will rupture the covalent bond and free electrons are generated. But in this case, what happens, when we increase the reverse voltage, the reverse voltage, so what happens, the minority carriers, free electrons, gains a high energy and moves with a high kinetic energy, gains a high kinetic energy and moves and accelerated to a greater velocity. That means the minority carriers try to drift across the junctions with a high velocity. In their path, the electrons will collide with the atoms with high speed. The free electrons collides with the atom with high speed. Due to these collisions, electron and hole pair is generated. That means this is the atom. When electrons collide, high speed electrons collides with this atom, a new electron and hole pair is generated. That means one due to one collision, two electrons are generated. Again, this electrons becomes free and it will gain energy and collides with other two atoms, and again new electrons and hole pairs are generated. As you see, now due to these two collisions, 1 2 3 4 electrons are 4 electrons are generated. So due to this continuous collisions, a large amount of free electrons are generated. As a result, due to that means if due to these collisions, avalanche or flood of free electrons are generated. Due to, as you know, due to this generation of large amount of free electrons, electric current in the diode increases suddenly or rapidly. This sudden rise in the current may destroy the junctions, and this type of a breakdown is known as avalanche breakdowns. So and I hope you can understand this mechanisms. That is understand these two mechanisms, the Zener breakdowns and avalanche breakdowns. Now we compare these two mechanisms, that is comparison between avalanche breakdowns and Zener breakdowns. As you see in this case, the Zener breakdowns occurs in the lower voltage in compared to the avalanche breakdowns. So what the first difference is, the Zener breakdowns occurs at low reverse voltage, whereas avalanche breakdowns occurs at high reverse voltage. As you see in this graph, the Zener breakdown occur in the low reverse voltage and avalanche breakdown occurs in the high reverse voltage. The Zener breakdowns occurs in the diode with heavily doped PN junction diode, and avalanche breakdowns occurs in lightly doped PN junction diode. As you discussed earlier, Zener breakdowns occurs in the heavily doped PN junction diode, and avalanche breakdowns occur in the lightly doped PN junction diode. Zener breakdowns occur in the diode with the thin depletion region, and avalanche breakdowns occurs in the diode with wider depletion region. As you discussed, due to this high doping, Zener diode has narrow depletion region, whereas and avalanche diode has wider depletion regions. In the case of Zener breakdowns, the electric field that generated is strong. That means in case of Zener breakdown, the strong electric field is generated, but in case of avalanche breakdowns, the electric field is generated not strong. So these are the some comparisons between avalanche breakdowns and Zener breakdowns. From this breakdown discussion of the breakdown of the diode, one important term is coming, that is peak inverse voltage or peak reverse voltage, that is PIV or PRV. What is this term? Means the So the maximum reverse bias potential that can be applied before entering the breakdown region is called peak inverse voltage or peak reverse voltage. That means the maximum reverse bias voltage that can be applied before entering the breakdown regions. That maximum voltage is known as peak inverse voltage and peak reverse voltage. The maximum voltage, reverse voltage, that the diode can sustain without destroying the junction. That voltage, maximum voltage, is known as peak inverse voltage and peak peak inverse voltage or peak reverse voltage. Thank you. I hope you understand. You understand all these things. Thank you very much. Thank you for your patience.